to spread some love. Whoop some ass. Spread some love. Whoop some ass. I came here to spread some love.
What up, Shinigami Kai? Shinigami here. Welcome back to another episode of Black Belt Thoughts. And I'm going to do something a little different this time. Something I never really thought I was going to ever do, but I'm going to do it because I'm really into this show, and I'm going to just jump on the bandwagon of doing what all the other fans are doing. Cobra Kai Season 4 predictions. But before I get into that, I want to talk about two scenes in particular that I completely forgot to mention in my last episode where I was doing the Season 3 review. And they are two of the most important scenes in the season. And I'm going to start with this one here. Okay, this one is by far one of the most important parts of Daniel's trip to Japan and Okinawa. And what I forgot to mention was how he manages to save his business. Because I kind of got sidetracked. I was dog tired when I filmed that last one, and there was I never script these. I never script anything for this channel. I usually just go off the top of my head. I get a topic I want to talk about, and I just run with it. Anyway, so as I mentioned in the review, Tom Cole had made an exclusive deal with Diona, which is a company in the show that is exclusively deals in foreign sales of Japanese manufactured cars, all of them, every company, Toyota, Honda, all of them. So Cole's got this exclusive deal with them. They're trying to distance themselves from LaRusso because of the whole karate brawl at the high school, and them using karate to advertise. And they tell him that when he goes to talk to the board, they tell him that they've made their decision because they don't want the bad publicity. Anyway, so one of the things that happens, and it's the last thing that happens before he leaves Okinawa, is Kumiko introduces him to this woman here and says, I brought an old friend. And it turns out that she is the little girl that he rescued in Karate Kid 2 during the hurricane near the end of the movie. Also turns out that she is the vice president or president of the sales department of Diona. In order to honor the fact that he saved her life, she renews his contract with Diona to continue getting the cars from Japan. Absolutely brilliant, and this is one of those things that the writers have done consistently, is find little ways to tie things back to the movies. And obviously the rest of that little arc of 2 or 3 episodes where he goes to Okinawa in Japan are entirely a throwback and link into Karate Kid 2 with Kumiko and Chozen. But that little bit right there really sunk the deal, because that saved his business and allowed him to focus on training his students and just everything that led up to the finale where him and Johnny finally reached understanding and finally teamed up for real. And then there's this scene here. And as you can see, I mean, this was in the trailer, but this is probably one of the most brilliant scenes I've ever seen in anything. And you look at how uncomfortable these guys look. This is at a city council meeting where they're getting ready to ban the All Valley tournament or cancel the All Valley tournament permanently over what happened at the high school. What happened at the high school affects the entire season. So, Daniel goes to try to make a speech to save it. Johnny goes to try to make a speech to save it. And the first person who gets up to the podium while they're trying to walk down to make their piece is Kreese. And of course, that turns into this whole fiasco where Kreese lies, as Kreese does. And his lies actually mirror those of Terry Silver in Karate Kid 3 when he's talking about how kids learn respect, honor, and fair play at Cobra Kai. Daniel obviously calls BS. Johnny calls BS and thinks that because he's one of his old students that will give him some clout. And they're all told to take a seat. And that's how we end up here. And this is followed by Miguel and coming in, and then Sam joins them, and they actually give a speech that saves the tournament. Now, on to Season 4 predictions. This is one I don't think I've seen anybody talk about, really. And that's why I want to open with it. I think one of the things that's going to happen next season is that Tori and Robbie are going to become a couple. And she's going to drag them deeper into the dark side of Cobra Kai and just really just solidify Kreese's hold on him simply because of the fact that he helped her out. And she's just super loyal to Kreese. So, that's definitely going to be a thing. I think it's going to have an effect on both Miguel and Sam, considering the romantic entanglements that they've had with altogether in various points in the last 3 seasons. I think Sam actually gets back with Miguel for good. That's going to be another one. I really definitely think that scroll has Miyagi's hidden teaching healing technique. And I definitely think Daniel's going to learn that. But I don't think it's just going to be Daniel. I think he's going to teach Johnny how to do it. And what's going to happen is Miguel's going to get hurt. And Johnny is going to use that on him. And I know that's a bit of a stretch, but that's my prediction there. I also predict that there's going to probably be, and I'm actually pretty sure it's probably going to pick up directly where Season 4 ended. I think what's going to happen is there's going to be some very obvious clashing of teaching styles between Daniel and Johnny at first. I think it's going to take a couple of episodes, if not more, for them to really get their acts together and coordinate teaching in a way that meshes with Miyagi's philosophy and Johnny's philosophy of being badass. And I think one of the things that really leads into that and sets that up for being what's going to happen is Chosen showing Daniel that defense takes many forms, because he did some moves that were more offensive than defensive, and Daniel questioned it, and that's what Chosen said. Defense takes many forms. Which also goes back to something Johnny said in Season 1, the best defense is more offense. I think they're going to eventually work that out to where maybe Johnny tones down the berating of the students a bit, but at the same time, they work that more offensive ability into the ability to use it as a form of defense, and that's going to make a huge difference. I actually also predict that the tournament is probably not going to be this season finale. I definitely think that Terry Silver is going to be in it for sure. Probably either right off the bat or a few episodes in. And I think he's going to hang around. I think he's going to hang around for the rest of the season, if not the series. Mike Barnes definitely is probably going to come back too. They'll probably call him in to help train the students. Especially Tori, especially since Tori kind of has that Mike Barnes effect on Sam. I think that's going to be something that continues to happen as she keeps hunting Sam down and harassing her and just giving her trouble. I really don't see them doing what they did in the movie and having the Cobra Kai's not allowed to fight the Miyagi Fang Eagle Does during the next season. I think there's going to be a lot of open season type things going on again. I think the big one though is if it does go into the finale where it's the tournament, I really hope that they have some kind of plot point that reverses that whole you only have to defend your title rule, because that would be ridiculous. I definitely feel like they're either going to have to add an all-female division to deal with the Sam and Tori thing too, or at the very least Sam and Tori are going to make it to the semifinals or the quarterfinals for sure. I think the biggest thing that's going to come out of season 4, though, is that even if they win the tournament, Kreese being the snake that he is, especially with Terry's help, is definitely not just going to leave the valley like he promised. I think he's going to have to be driven out, just like in the movies, where he does some things that make people just quit Cobra Kai. I also feel like he's gonna end up getting more natural athletes from other places. He's gonna have some real ringers other than just Kyler and Tori. Some people have predicted that Hawk is a mole, but I don't think that's the case. I think his redemption arc has been legitimate. I think that ties into that other thing I forgot to mention in my video too, when Sam said that everybody has a sob story, doesn't give you a right to be a bully, which was also echoed in the first season or second season. I think he's gotten that through his head. I think he realized that he had backed the wrong horse in being loyal to Kreese, especially just the way Kreese treated the other Cobras that had been there with him since his first day. Other than that, I think that's about it. I don't want to conjecture too much. I don't feel like this needs to be a 30-40 minute video predicting stuff. I think I've really hit all the predictions that I want to hit. I definitely think that either in the tournament or before the tournament, Robbie is going to injure Miguel again, or try to, and it's gonna tie in. I guarantee you, somewhere in next season, we are going to see Daniel and or Johnny use that healing technique from the first Karate Kid movie. It's the only thing that can be on that scroll. It's got to be. I can't think of there being any other technique that Miyagi died without teaching Daniel other than that. I really can't. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you liked this video. If you do, kick that like button in the head. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell. Make sure you hit all notifications so that you're always up to date with the latest Shinigami video. And spread this channel around to your friends. I will be fighting in Street Beefs again in it's looking like March. I'm going to call Scarface tomorrow or Monday and get all those details hammered out. But that's what the mark is looking like right now. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Leave your comments down below with what your predictions are for Season 4 of Cobra Kai. And Shinigami out.
Shinigami, samurai master. Straight up out the land of Lancaster. No one stronger, ain't no one faster. Turning the opponents into Caspers, ghosts, disasters. We don't do no waiting, where I'm from, we attack them. Swift KO kick to the chin, leave them napping. Sniff, take a whiff, that's the smell of victory. Better fear, making all my peers' careers history. Big dubs, all we catch is big dubs. Karate chops to his tops, leave them big slumped. Humble beast, beefing in the street. We don't take no loss, you gon' catch defeat. You gon' catch